We are Stephen and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Happy Friday.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Putella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk, well, it's Jill Friday, and she's going to talk about female land investors unite.
Yeah. That should be a patch. It should be we need to make that a thing.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel. Comment on the shows you like.
Okay. Someone wrote, on mailer yield, my mind asked the same analytical guy question. I've been doing one deal per 1,000 letters. Target, $10,000 to $30,000 in profit. Lately, in an area I know really well, and I've been getting really, really fine-grained on the pricing. Good job.
And it works.
I've lobbed a 5,000 unit mailer at a new area and ended up with no deals. Although I bet there was one in there with the right phone work. And just another variation, I lobbed 1.3 thousand unit mailer with really low pricing and did one nice deal. So it depends. If you think you send out a bunch of mail, you will both make some money and collect data to answer your own question.
I put this question in here because this is Land Academy.
Yeah.
What this person is describing is the same experience that Jill and I got on our last mailer, and it's the same experience I've gotten for 25 years. Sometimes you hit it, and sometimes, we've honestly never been skunked, but largely because Jill on her end she and her team do things on her end that create transactions for us out of mail that maybe I sent out that might be substandard. But it's never perfect. You can do this for 30 years. It's not going to be perfect, but it's very, very profitable and very predictable.
Yeah.
Today's Jill Friday. Female land investors unite. This is the meat of the show.
So I was thinking about this when we were sitting down picking topics this week. I'm like, I love how many women I am seeing pop up in Land Academy. I see when there's a checkout and there's a woman's name. I see them in Career Path. In every session of Career Path, we have had a healthy showing of solo and partnered, female investors. And it's great. I love it. I'm so excited. And I wanted to just kind of, talk about it and let you every time you take a breath, I'm like, he's holding back on something. No, okay. I wanted to talk about it for a few minutes and just, let you know that if you weren't sure, you can do this. And I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I know that we can definitely, there's things we do better. Sorry, but I got to say it. There's things that we do better. For example, who do you want to talk on the phone with when the mail comes out? Do you want Jack to answer the phone or do you want me to answer the phone? It's just as simple as that. I'm totally serious. And even if Jack put on his nicest, we talked about the happiest and the friendliest states. If Jack put on his I'm living in Utah hat, so I'm the friend, like I'm happy and I'm going to talk like I'm from Tennessee or Minnesota. And so I'm the friendliest state. You're still not going to do, you're probably not going to get the response that a female is going to get. And so that's a good reason right there. Number two, we are just kind of innately better at handling more tasks at the same time. And there's a lot going through the system. You've got inbound deals, you've got calls coming in from sellers. At the same time, you're working on due diligence, on figuring out what you want to buy. And then on the back end, you're selling property and running your company and things like that. There's always something. It's not, this business is never buy it, market it, sell it, start over. If it would, men would do very well. Just kidding.
Just a little bit of man bashing.
I'm just kidding. Today. Sorry. Well, it is Female Land Investors Unite right now. That's what this whole point is. But no, I don't mean to bash you men, but you know what I mean. You know that we could answer the phone and we could answer the phone and close a deal while making a sandwich with a child on our hip. That's the truth. And we do that all the time. Even paperwork, forms, some of the mundane stuff, we just naturally have the patience for. And that's helpful. And then the final point I want to make today is, I'm so proud of you. This is what this all is. The whole underlying theme today, and I'm serious. I don't mean to bash you guys.
No, I don't.
I'm really sorry. But I'm just trying to high five the other female investors in here who are showing up and doing this. And we make different decisions. We innately don't take as many risks. We look at things differently. We historically make, we don't knee-jerk, ego-driven decisions. We really put a lot into it. And so there's a lot to be said for that. So back to my point about all of us. I am so proud of everyone, all the female investors in Land Academy, and every female investor I meet on the road or, in passing. I am so impressed. I want to help, and I want to continue and push this forward. We have Land Academy ladies. It was been on a little bit of a hiatus, and my team right now is kind of still kind of wrapping up how we want to come at it again, because you have spoken to me personally and said, we want this back. We need to connect with you. And we're going to do more of that. And we're going to continue to help each other. And for anybody who's thinking about it, it's interesting. We've had I can think of multiple women, especially with Land Academy, early days in 2015, when they were just doing it on their own on the side. Like, my husband has a job. I'm home with the kids. I think I can help put food on the table. And then come to find out, we have had women that now my husband has quit his job and now it's a family business from what they started, which is the best thing ever. So I'm very proud.
Let's take a couple steps back here and maybe go up to take a look at what Jill's really talking about, or how I interpret it from the 30,000 feet view. People do extremely well when they are surrounded by people who are similar, who have the similar concerns, who are experiencing the same thing in life at the same time. This world is packed full of support groups for all kinds of reasons, whether it's healthcare issues, losing people that were important to you in your life, and not just for negative reasons, but for positive reasons. People have been walking into dumpy little bars since the beginning of time, slapping each other on the back and talking about their day. You don't do that with people who you have nothing in common with. Well, that's what Land Academy Ladies is. It's one or two steps further in a really healthy way to get the support and to bounce things off of each other in a like-kind manner. And so I think that it's very, very important to hang out and understand and learn from people that sort of see things the way that you see them. I'm not saying be closed-minded. I'm not saying having a closed mind to other types of people or not try to understand where other types of people or people who have different interests than you are and cut them off from an understanding standpoint, keeping a closed mind. That's silly. I'm just saying that I've watched this ladies group, which I honestly this is several years old now, this Land Academy ladies thing. Mm-hmm. And like a fly on the wall, I've, kind of listened to what they talk about and what's going on, and they understand each other. Mm-hmm. If I were in the meeting, it would be a different meeting. And that's a really good thing. Mm-hmm. I think it's great that I'm not there. I think it's great that Jill's, listens in response to she just gets it. Mm-hmm. They get each other. And so, believe me, there's a man thing in the work too. Mm. There is.
So you're going to do a separate Land Academy men?
It's not going to be called anything like that. But I think there's very specific things that men have in common, much more so than, let's say, women. I mean, it's equal. Women have stuff in common. Yeah. Men have, and it doesn't necessarily need to be gender. No. It could be recovering accountants.
That's true.
It could be.
That's an interesting idea.
Elderly women from Ireland who like knitting. They have similar interests.
And do land deals?
Yeah, and do land deals in Arkansas.
Talk talk about. That's it. That's the new podcast. I always said, pick a niche, and the more specific it is, the better. Are you female? Do you live in Ireland? Do you knit? And do you like land?
And you got to be over 65.
Oh, and over 65. This is for you. There might be.
You just see three women. Three women sitting there just making like $20 million a year.
You know what? That's it. All right, Land Academy ladies, you heard it here first. We're gonna even make our niches even smaller. That's right. Oh, you're blonde. You go over there.
I really honestly was against the very idea of separating gender. And it just goes against what in the world that we live in right now, just all that separation
That's true.
it's not cool. It's not a thing right now.
True.
But Jill did it anyway, and it worked out great.
Thanks. Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers and the number 2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Join us next week for another interesting episode. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. It really works. People love it.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm surprised about? It's not as big. It should be bigger.
Oh,
is it pretty big?
It's pretty good. We've got a pretty good community.
Numbers, so I don't know.
No, it's okay. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We hope you find this valuable, and we do appreciate your support. Don't forget, as always, find us on Facebook, find us on YouTube, find us on wherever. Give us some love. We appreciate that, and we read it all. We're Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.